Yeah. Coke fed, press some head, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls rescue, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm weak, not dead, she tweet, I guess she confessed. She thinking less, not drinking less, bathroom says, best it gets, spontaneous, our stereotype. Put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as a rise like fireworks. Smell through the bad, don't touch my perk.
Yo, hey everybody, what's up Hotspot, how you doing? Welcome everybody, welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your OKC Thunder post-game live stream. Sorry it took so long, but for whatever reason, we couldn't get out of the damn parking lot tonight. It took us forever, and Jennifer and I were both like, what the hell is the deal? Not what the hell, but like, what is the deal? Why can't we get out of here? It took forever to get out of the parking lot tonight. It was just crazy, but we finally got out. I want to say it probably took us 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get out of the parking lot tonight, and it normally takes us 3, 5, something like that to get out of the parking lot. And then it was like you couldn't get out of the damn street because people were driving crazy, don't know what the hell they were doing. We had all these first-time game members. That's what I said, okay? To me, that's what it seemed like. A bunch of people who first came to the first game. These people on the front row tonight were just standing up, and I just finally was like, hey, sit the hell down. You're on the front row, and you're standing. Well, if you're standing, we can't see the damn game because everybody stands in front of us. Sit your ass down. They turn around and look at me and go, yeah, you too. Sit your ass down. And everybody just kind of looked at me like, yo, thank you, man. I'm like, y'all are new. Don't come up here and you're on the front row and you're standing up. Well, the people behind you have to stand up. Then we had to. Then it's a forever now. If at the end of the game, cool. This is the beginning of the game. Sit your ass down. It's 3 minutes to go, and if 2 minutes to go, or 4 minutes to go, or whatever it was in the third quarter, sit your ass down. We have another quarter. If you want to stand at the end of the fourth quarter when the game's on the line. You standing right now doesn't mean shit. Very frustrating. Anyway, the Thunder pulled out Game 5, 112-105 to go up 3-2. And we thought SJ was going to receive the MVP tonight, but clearly Joker is the MVP, and they will give it to him on Thursday. And, there were some reports, obviously clearly it was fake news that SJ was going to win, but Game 5 would have been perfect, so that means they're giving it to Jokic again. And I'm sorry. I understand he's the best player in the league. I'm not going to argue that. But I'm sorry, you can't be 4th or 5th in the league, your team, in a division, and you're 18 games behind a team, and of the 4 games you played, SJ outplayed you 3 or 4 times y'all won, and you're the MVP. Since when do we give the MVP to the guy whose team is 4th or 5th in the conference, 8th or 9th overall, or 10th overall out of the NBA? How the hell are you the most valuable player? You did it for Russell Westbrook, and that's twice now Jokic just won it. I'm over it. The first, like I've said this again, the first MVP he won, that should have went to Giannis for his third. The second MVP he won, that should have went to Embiid. The third MVP that he lost for 3 in a row, that one went to that one went to Embiid. That one should have went to Jokic. Last year, SGA should have won it, but nobody saw the Thunder play, OKC play. This year, once again, if I hear one more dude, Tim Legner and all them, like, well, I think SJ is going to win it, but I voted for Jokic. Well, when they start saying that, I'm like, well, he ain't going to win then, because if all y'all feel like, well, SJ is probably going to win it, but I'm voting for Jokic, that means all you dudes are voting for Jokic. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be split between black and white. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because there is not one black person who's going to tell you that Jokic should have went over SJ. That's not happening. Now, this is not about a racial show, but I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. SJ killed you 3 out of 4 times. We're talking about head-to-head, not what you do against anybody else. Jokic had a tremendous year, whatever. It's just like when Russell won the MVP. He wasn't the MVP of the league. Now, he had the first triple-double, but that's ridiculous. But they didn't give it the MVP to SJ today, and that's why they're giving it to Jokic on Thursday. Once again, here we go. And I'm telling you right now it's going to be a divide. And I'm telling you that right now. Because to me, last year, SJ was the MVP. He didn't win. This year is going to be what? Jokic again for his 4th. And he only should have 2. Really 1 that I can see. I'm not giving him the first one. That should have went to Giannis. I'm not giving him the second one. That one should have went to Embiid. The third one that MVP won, that should have went to him. Last year, I believe SGA should have won it, but I'm going to give it to him anyway, so that's 2. This year, this one damn sure should have went to SGA. But all these voters all said the same thing. Every single one of them said the exact same thing. Exact same thing. I think SGA is going to win it, but I voted for Jokic. Well, if y'all are all saying that, that means Jokic won. And since they did not give the MVP to SGA tonight, they're going to give it to Jokic on Thursday. Now, he was dominant tonight, but what happened at the end of the game? SGA closed the door. Scored, 7 out of the last 9 points? To close the door on them. He assisted or scored on all of our points except when J-Dub made 1 or 2 free throws. He made a shot, came down, passed to the eye. Came back down, made a shot, hit a 3, hit 2 free throws, game's over. He closed the door on them. Jokic was fine all through year, but at the end of the day, SGA closed the door on them like he's supposed to. Now, we're sitting there screaming like, why the hell aren't you shooting? Pass. J-Dub shoots an air ball that's ridiculous. So my frustration level is through the roof because, I'm sorry, you can't be the MVP of the league and your team finishes 4th or 5th in your conference and you're 7th or 8th in the league. You can't be the most valuable player. The most valuable player goes to the best player on the best team or one of the top players on the best team. That's where the MVP goes. It doesn't go to who cares what you did, like with Russell. He wasn't the best player in the league, but he won it because he had a triple-double. Now you're saying Jokic, now he is the best player. But because he averaged a triple-double, had 3, did something historic or whatever, that's fine. SGA, 50, 40, 30, 20-point lead. Or led the league in those. 50-point games, 40-point, 30-point, 20-point. Jokic was unbelievable. I agree. But if you're not winning the games, how are you the most valuable player if your team is not winning? Now, if they'd have won tonight with him having 40, whatever he was, and 30, whatever it was, they would have been going through the roof. Now, what are they going to say? Well, he had a good game. He can't do it by himself. Well, you ain't the MVP then. And to me, I'm just so frustrated right now. I'm just going through the roof because, I'm sorry, this is ridiculous. Enough said. Thunder, 112-105. Won the championship. Went 3 out of 5. Won 3 out of up 3-2. And what did I say after they gave away game 1? When the coach gave away game 1, damn near gave away tonight. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Once again, it's not rocket science, coach. Take J-Dub out in the 4th quarter for 3 minutes. We will go just like in game 4. What happened? You take him out, we win. You play him all day. What did he play? 1 minute less than SGA? What are you doing? He's building for the future. Well, motherfucker, excuse my language, we're trying to win now. What the hell are you doing? You changed the lineup again. Damn near cost us another game 5, like you did last year. I'm so frustrated with this dude. It's ridiculous. OG, calm down. SGA will win the MVP. No, he won't. They're going to give it to him. Magic said they're giving it to him. I promise you, they're going to give it to him on Thursday. Because Game 5 is the perfect time to give out the MVP. Why are you waiting? Now, if Jokic don't get it on Thursday, then I will believe SGA is the MVP. But I believe they're going to give it to Jokic on Thursday. It's ridiculous. You know who the MVP is now. Why are you waiting? Because let's face it, if Denver wins tonight, it's 3-2. They're going back to Denver up 3-2. You're not giving it to SGA in Denver. You're giving it to Jokic Thursday night. Now, if you don't give it to him and we win, then you give it to SGA game 1. Why are we waiting? I'm sorry. I'm outraged. I'm beyond myself tonight, and I apologize. But I'm pissed off at the coach and I'm pissed off at the NBA. Because this coach is like, what are you doing? For the Thunder to win is really simple. SGA the first quarter, SGA the third quarter. What were you doing? You're playing J-Dub against their best players, Jokic and Murray. And you got J-Dub out there with Kaysen, Caruso, Wallace, and Wiggins. J-Dub, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, and Ihart. And they're killing you. Why? Because their best players are going against, they're going against your best player, which is J-Dub in your mind. And it's frustrating to me as a person who sees the insides and outs. It wears me down looking at this dude, seeing what he does. It's frustrating to me. And I'm letting them all out because I'm pissed off about SGA not receiving the MVP tonight. And they all say the same thing. Tim Legler, all of them say the same thing. Well, I think SGA is going to win, but I voted for Jokic. Well, the hell, if all of y'all are going to say that, then y'all all voted for Jokic instead of SGA. If you think SGA is going to win it, why are you not voting for him? Oh, that's right. I think he's going to win, but I'm voting for Jokic. The other dude, I'm voting for Jokic even though I think SGA is going to win. Oh, I voted for Jokic because I think SGA is going to win. Or I voted for Jokic because I think SGA is going to win. And Jokic is the best player in the league. That's not even up for discussion. He is. But this year, an MVP is based on a year-to-year deal. He's the second time he's won the MVP, and his team wasn't the best or the first or second best team in the league. The year that he lost, not to give him 3 years in a row, that one should have went to him without question. But they gave it to Embiid was a joke. The year before that one should have went to him. The year before that to Embiid. The year before that should have went to Giannis for his third in a row. And the reason why they didn't give it to Jokic is because they didn't give it to Giannis for his third in a row, so they can't give it to Jokic for his third in a row. That's why they did it. Embiid didn't deserve that. Jokic deserved it. But the year before that, Embiid, they're first or second in the league, you're fourth or fifth, and you win. Second time, you're fourth or fifth, like they gave it to Russell. He ain't the MVP. But he did something what nobody else had seen before. What's that? Since Oscar Robertson. He led the league in triple-doubles. First guy to do it. Let's give it to Russell. Jokic, first guy to do scoring point, first top three, and scoring assists and steals was top five. Let's give it to him because he's done something historic. Okay, the hell does that matter? Your team's getting your ass beat. You're in front of the guy who you finished 18 games behind, and you're the MVP? Really? I'm done with that. And then tonight, first quarter, you're taking SGA out and putting J-Dub in. What are you doing? You starting with second quarter. And you starting with second quarter, we're down 27-28. When you take SGA out of the game, you're up. You take him out, he plays. This is my thing. You're plus 12 with SGA in the game. You're minus 10 with him on the bench. But you're playing a guy in front of him who you are 10, and you're a plus with him on the court, and you're a plus with him off the court. And this is a thing about Dagnall, period. He is not the guy. He does not know how to coach a superstar. He doesn't. And as I was talking about tonight, we were sitting there screaming in the stands, SJ, why are you passing the ball? And then in the last 3 minutes, game on the line, what did he do? Took over. Well, man, why the hell you didn't do that earlier? Forget trying to pass the ball to all these dudes. Finish the damn game. And that's what he did. Sorry, Burgess, he's at work tonight. He caught the last minutes of the game. So glad SJ finally, consistently, bit the trap. He can do that all the time. He was taking his time. Good analogy, Burgess. Hot spot. Jokic is overrated. No, he's not overrated. He's a beast. He's the best player in the league. No question. He didn't deserve to win the MVP this year. And as Stephen I. Smith, and I think he's who he is, he voted for SGA last year. I thought SGA should have won last year. But I believe had he not gotten hurt and he played against Philly, he played against Boston, and he played against Indiana, he wins the chip last year, but they never saw us on TV. This year, you got all these people talking about Jokic. I'm sorry, dude. You are finished fourth in the conference. You're 18 games behind us. We spanked you. You had one good game against us. SGA busted y'all 3 times. We're talking about head-to-head, not what you did against everybody else. MVP versus MVP. I busted you 3 out of 4 times. What's the deal? Once again, this is how it works. Here's why I don't think Jokic is the best. He doesn't play defense. Well, he's top 5, third in the league. I think he's third in steals. So, but I agree with you. He doesn't really play defense. Zubac just killed him against them. Manifest, I agree with you. That's what I thought MVP was for the player who benefited the team the most. That's clearly what they're not going by. But these are the same guys, the same dudes said the same thing. I think SGA is going to win, but I voted for Jokic. I think SGA is going to win, but I voted for Jokic. Well, all of you guys shouldn't have a damn vote. And I've said this before. It's like when Kobe didn't win when they gave it to Steve Nash. Let the players vote on who the hell the MVP is. The hell with you writers. Y'all shouldn't have a damn vote. The players should vote on who the MVP is. They'll let you know who the MVP is, not y'all. Vote. I can promise you, if you ask the players who's going to be the MVP, they'll tell you it's SGA. Why? Because they were the number one team in the league. They busted everybody's ass. He had most 50, 40, 30, 20-point games. He's getting ready to do something historic that Jokic did once, but SGA is doing something that only Jordan has done multiple times. So, the end with all that. I'm still trying to calm down, Magic Mitchie. I'm still trying to calm down. But my frustration is just outrageous tonight. How do you think Mark handled the Dort situation tonight? I think Lou Dort came out, he had 3 points. And he went boom, 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 because Lou is streaky. But he won the game for us tonight. He brought us back in the game. Once the game got close, then what did we do? SGA executed down the stretch to do what he needed to do by scoring or assisting. That's what happens. Put the ball in his hands and let him do the work. He went from 21 to 33. Because that's what he does. That's what he can do. But we're sitting in the stands screaming like, bro, shoot the damn ball, quit passing. It's very frustrating. This is going to sound crazy for Game 7. What Game 7? Ain't no Game 7. We're finishing them in Game 6. Ain't no Game 7 hotspot. Jokic's the best offensive player, not the best defensive all-around, not the best all-around player. Jokic is a beast. He is. But he's also on a team where the coach understands and runs through him. We're not on a team who does that. Remember, our coach thinks that Jalen Williams has more upside in SGA and is investing in trying to get J-Dub to be the guy. That's what the problem with the Thunder is. That's where the Thunder are. Before Game 4, J-Dub had played more minutes than SGA. We were 1-2. Game 4, he played 5 minutes, 6 minutes less than SGA. We win. Tonight, 1 minute. We're not going to win unless this dude bounces. And I've said this before. He is not the guy. We're winning in spite of him, not because of. He cost us Game 1. Gordon gets the ball. We're up 3 with 7 seconds left. He's being guarded by Alex Caruso. We're up 3, and you want to foul. And Aaron Gordon has the ball. How the hell is Aaron Gordon going to dribble up the ball and get a shot off against Alex Caruso? What the hell are you talking about? Everybody else is matched up on their man. How is that going to work, coach? Why are you calling foul? Dude, Alex Caruso one-on-one against Aaron Gordon, and he's got the ball at the opposite end on the free throw line, and you fouling? With them having no timeouts and Jokic on the bench. Come on now. Let me see. Legler loves OKC. No, he doesn't. He likes us, but he thinks Jokic. That's what he said. He said, I think SGA will win it, but I'm voting for Jokic. That's what he said. That's what he said out of his mouth. I think SGA will win the MVP, but I'm voting for Jokic. That's what Legler said out of his damn mouth. And then his other guy with him, these guys said the same thing. I think SGA will win, but I'm voting for Jokic. Well, if you think SGA is to win, why the hell aren't you voting for SGA? And when you get enough of these guys, and that's what happened, they all said the exact same thing. Well, I think SGA is going to win, but I'm voting for Jokic. If you think SGA should win, then you should be voting for SGA, Tim Legler. When he said that, I don't even listen to anything he says anymore. I quit listening to him after he said that. I go, what the hell is wrong with you? You're supposed to be a player. I didn't really lie. I thought you were a good shooter. Occasionally, you weren't a great shooter. You had one real year, but other than that, when the pressure was on, your ass was nowhere to be found consistently. So I'm really done with him. I don't even listen to anything he says anymore after he said that. So I'm done. Hey, Rashawn, what's up? If there was an offensive player of the year, Jokic will win MVP. is a different story. I agree. SGA should win it, but I'm telling you, on Thursday they're going to give it to Jokic. And because this is the deal. If they don't give it to Jokic on Thursday, SGA is the MVP. But there's no way in hell Jokic should be the MVP. No way in hell. And I'm sorry, guys. My frustration level is so outrageous because, number one, that this is what I'm going over, and then the coach, he wears me out. He makes things so much more difficult because he doesn't read the room. He has no way of understanding lineups. He doesn't get any of this. He just doesn't. He just doesn't get the game. He's not instinctful. He is a nerdy, intellectual dude who got the keys to a Mercedes handed to him, and he should be driving a damn Pinto. That's what he should be driving. He shouldn't be driving a Benz. He shouldn't be driving a Lexus. He shouldn't be driving a Porsche. He shouldn't be driving. I'm naming the cars I got. He shouldn't be driving any of those. But that's what he's driving. He's like a 16-year-old kid who got handed the keys to a Ferrari and has no idea how to drive it. That's what he is. But he looks good, do it behind the wheel. But he cost you game one. This series should be over with. 4-1 Thunder. That's what it should be. But he gave him a game. And what do I always say? He can't give away. That's Russell Westbrook's deal. Westbrook would give away a game. That was him. You can't give away games. It should be 4-1. The series should be over. But remember, after game one, I said we would win 4 out of the next 5. I said that. I thought we'd win games 2, games 3, games 5, game 6. Well, it ended up being we won game 2, game 4, game 5. I said we win 4 out of the next 5, and we've won 3 out of the next 4. We got one more, and I think we'll handle them on Thursday. I don't think we'll be back here on Saturday. And that's how I look at it. It's just frustrating to me. Would I change lineups for a game 6? My thing is this, Magic. You go with the starting lineup, and at the 5-minute mark, and I've said this 1,000 times, first quarter, third quarter, 5 minutes, take J-Dub out. You go with SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, and J-Dub or Chet. Or you put in Isaiah Joe, and you go SGA, Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, Caruso, and Ihart or J. Will playing against the Nuggets because you can't play Chet against Jokic because he just pushing him around like a little baby. So that's what you do. And you see if Isaiah Joe can go. But the problem with playing Isaiah Joe, if he's not knocking down threes, they automatically run the switch and put Jokic on Joe, and he can't play. If he's not knocking down threes, he can't play. Can't play him in this series. It's not overall, but you can't play him in this series because of matchups. So that's the problem what you have. So my deal is this. I would very easily do this. J-Dub out, but they took SGA out starting the second quarter because we've had problems. Then you take SGA out, put J-Dub in at the 7-minute mark. And who is J-Dub with? J-Dub, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, Ihart, which is normally what you start the second quarter with and start the fourth quarter with. And you bring SGA in and then you run it. But that's what he started it with. He put J-Dub in SGA's role. That's what he did tonight. Almost cost us a damn game. Was fortunate for the Thunders, like I said, before this series started, before the playoffs, I said, if you play Denver, the problem with Denver is if they go 6 or 7 games, which they did, Zubac beat the hell out of Jokic and they beat the hell out of their team. And I said that. And then what ended up happening? When they play against us, games 4, 5, and 6 is going to cost them because the physicality of the way we play and what they've gotten beat up against the Clippers, that was going to be hard for Denver to beat us because of that, because they were going to be wore down. And that's exactly what happened. Or that's what's happening right now. Fourth quarter, they're done. I mean, when you look at this, okay, for example, this is how it worked tonight, okay? Jokic, 44 minutes out of 48. Jamal Murray, 41 minutes. Gordon, 38 minutes. Brown, 43 minutes. You can't play that many minutes over and over and over. It's going to wear you down. That's what happened. You look at the Thunder. Dort, 28 minutes. SGA, 38 minutes. Ihart, 33 minutes. Chet, 33 minutes. Jalen Williams, 37 minutes. How does he play 1 minute less than SGA? Once again, guys, we're a plus 12 with SGA in the game. We're a minus 10 with him on the bench. And you're playing somebody more than him. We make a run every single time with J-Dub on the bench. And what did I say? 5-minute mark, 5-minute mark. Fourth quarter, second quarter, take J-Dub out at the 6 minute, 50, whatever the timeout is, 7 minutes, 6:50, 6:30, 6, whatever it is. You take him out. You run with SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, and Ihart or J-Will. You do that in the fourth quarter, which is what he did in fourth quarter of game 4. He pulled J-Dub out, and what did we do? We were behind when he went out. We were ahead when he came back in. But this guy won't do that. It's simple. Take J-Dub out of the game for 3 minutes to 4 minutes, and we will win every single time if he'll do that. He's just not willing to do that because he's looking to the future. Just like Stephen A. Smith said about Sam Presti. Sam Presti is about being relevant, not winning a chip. If you're trying to win a chip, that's how you do it. J-Dub shouldn't play less than 5 to 6 minutes less than SGA every game. Every game. But he plays either more minutes or right the same amount of minutes every time. And like I call him the minutes manager because in order to do that, you have to have that pre-arranged. We're going to play him this many minutes. We're going to play him this many. You take. Let me know when it's time so I can pull him out and put him back in. Because that's what he's doing. And I don't know how people aren't seeing it. Let me see. Manifest. What does it say? How can OKC beat that Denver zone? Well, it's real simple. You got to put somebody at the top at the free throw line. We don't have Josh Giddey anymore. Now, next year that will be Topic, I hope. But this year, you got to put somebody at the top of the key that's going to be able to make a decision once it gets to the key. Right now, that's Ihart. And the other person you can do is Caruso. You can't put Chet there. You can't put J-Dub there. You can't put Kaysen there. You can't put Dort there. The only two people you can put there to run that when the ball goes to the center at the free throw line is Ihart or Kaysen. That's it. Nobody else you can depend on. Not Chet, not any of those, only two. And if Ihart's not making his floater or, Caruso knocking down shots, you're in trouble. The problem is you don't have Josh Giddey anymore for that, because if you have Josh Giddey there, that kicks your butt. That kicks all that out. Let's go ahead and look at the stats, guys, right now, okay? End of game. Nuggets 13 for 46 from 3. The Thunder 12 for 29. We shot 50% from the field. They shot 41. They out-rebounded us 49-43. Pips, points in the paint. They led the league in points in the paint. We led the league in not letting people score points in the paint. 50-50. 16 turnovers to our 14. Way too many turnovers for us. Way too many turnovers. Outscored their bench 22-10. And the box score, here's the box score, guys. Chet, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Chet is just average. I don't even know Chet is out there. He played 34 minutes, but I don't even notice Chet out there anymore. I really don't. I mean, he had a dunk, but for the most part, I don't even see him out there. I really don't. J-Dub, another bad game, second one in a row. 5 for 14, 2 for 5. Free throws, at least making those. 9 rebounds, 4 assists. But he did not play well at all, especially down the stretch. Ihart, 15 points, 7 rebounds. 2 assists. I thought he did as much as he could do on Jokic. And once again, 4 fouls on him that he had to waste. Once again, J-Will, 3 fouls, a couple dumb ones. But they give Jokic all kinds of stuff that they're not giving SGA. It's pathetic. SGA, 39 minutes, 12 for 23. Guys, think about this. He was 1 for 6 to start the game. 1 for 6. So he finished 11 out of his last 17. He was 1 for 6 to start the game, and he finished 11 out of his last 16 or 17. That's what he finished with. 1 for 3 from 3, including the dagger. 6 for 6 from the line. 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 31 points. He had 21, so he scored 10 points the fourth quarter. Lou Dort, You look at Lou, 12 points, those 3 threes to get us going. The crowd got into it. That made all the difference. Jay Will, 10 minutes, 2 points. I thought Jay Will played really good. He still can't rebound. He just can't. They're just going right over the top of him rebounding. He just can't jump. He's just a big body who's physical, but he can't jump. It's very frustrating. Caruso, 24 minutes, 4 for 10, 3 for 6. He's just Caruso. He does what Caruso does. He really is just outstanding. Isaiah Joe, 5 minutes. He can't, no shots, no nothing. He can't play against Denver. If you're gonna play him, first quarter, see if he can knock down some shots. But you can't play him against Jokic. Can't. Wiggins, only 11 minutes. Huge 3 that he made. Once again, trying to go to the basket, turning the ball over. Dude, I don't want you doing anything but shooting 3s. I don't want you going to the basket. I don't want you doing anything but shooting 3s. Just focus on catching him and shooting. That's all I want him doing. I don't want him trying to do all that other stuff. It costs us possessions. Kaysen, 4 points, 1 for 2, not shooting the ball, and he kind of looked like he got hurt there when he got pushed from behind. I thought that was a bad call, but he did not get it. That was the difference right there to me when you look at what happened. Okay, what is it? Let me see. I just look at SGA is not going to win the MVP, Rashawn, because they would have given it to him tonight. I believe they're going to give it to Jokic on Thursday. If they don't give it to Jokic, then SGA is the MVP. But how are you going to do that? Because of the simple fact, you don't know if SGA is going to make it anymore. So that's why I think Jokic is going to receive the MVP on Thursday. That's what I think. I think it's a bunch of trash. I just think it's going to be ugly. Why'd you change the starting lineup? Would I change the lineup? Yes, no, I would keep the starting lineup the same. I would not change anything except I would take J-Dub out instead of SGA in the first and third quarter. I'm not changing that up. Start J-Dub in the second quarter because he went twice against Jokic and Jamal Murray with SGA on the bench. And we're minus 10 with SGA on the bench. So, no, that's how I look at that. SGA. SGA is winning the MVP. No, he's just not going to. I'm sorry. Says he's up 116 points. I hope so. He didn't get it tonight. So when are they going to give it to him, bro? Are they assuming we're going to win game? We're going to beat these guys and they're going to give it to him game 1 or game 7? I'm hoping. I heard that he would want it. That's what I heard. But they said they're not giving it to him tonight. Well, why aren't you giving it to him tonight? Game 5, perfect, and he didn't do it. So that's another frustrating. It says 110 points. I until I see it, but they haven't said anything, so I'm sorry. I just don't see it. Maya says rebounding sucked the third quarter. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, but we did what we needed to do at the end. I play A.J. Mitchell. I love A.J. Mitchell, but they're not playing him. They're just Vicente. I don't know why they're not playing him. I don't get it. Jay Will can crack that zone. If he's knocking down shots, he can. Magic. If he's doing that, yes, he can. Let me see. Whatever I think of Jay Will so far in this, I thought Jay Will has been perfect. I thought he's playing good. My only problem with him is he's still him and iHeart. Get your hands away from Jokic when he's got the ball. What the hell are you doing? Back your hands up. I said that on the show the other night. Because all he's going to do is Kevin Durant thing. He's going to do the wheel and come right up and get you to foul him. Keep your hands away from him. Just let him do his thing. Hey, if you want to make the shot, hey, go ahead. But I'm not going to reach. I'm going to keep my hands back. I'm going to move my hands like this. Right? So if you come into me, that's not a foul. If you come into me on me. If you're coming into my space, I have this space. That's the difference. And I don't know if they're not doing that for whatever reason. Let's take a break. Thank our sponsors, SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up at SRB. They'd love to take care of you. If you have a water treatment plant in your city or county, they'll be there to great to make sure you have clean drinking water. Because as we always say, who the hell does not like clean drinking water? That's kind of how I look at it with that. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit our guy Jose up. He's fantastic. Love that guy. He'll take care of you and make sure that if you have any dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, or if you're demolishing a house, he will take care of you on that as well. He can hook you up and make sure that you're fantastic on that. Whoa. Did I lose you guys right here? I don't think so. Okay, good. I thought I lost you guys for a second. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that make things happen. The equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com, or you can go into one of their 5 locations. The main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right there in front of the hospital right there. Can't miss it. And then YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. Cannot miss it, of course. And then, dude, Creed, the House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. Man, I'm telling you, if you haven't had smell the Creed cologne, go by the Creed counter. Go by the Creed counter, okay? And by the way, that should say Overland Park, Kansas, not Overland Park, Missouri. So I need to change that because I got in trouble with that. But it is so good. And just go by the Penn Square Mall. Tell them that I sent you. They will give you free samples. And I'm telling you what, this stuff is really good. I swear, it's really good. Everybody knows me. I'm bougie as hell. And I'm just going to tell you, if I like it, you'll like it. They've got some great smelling scents. It is really, really good. And everybody that I've talked to that smelt it went by like, oh, my God, it's great. Yes, it is. House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. Go by Penn Square Mall, the dealer's location, or the Woodland Hills Mall dealers, and there's the other locations if you're in any of those spaces. Go by and check it out. It is delicious and smells fantastic. So here we are with the Thunder. Next 6 games, the next game, I guess is what it would be, not next 6 games, but the next games. This is what it is right here. We play Thursday night against the Nuggets. Of course, it's at 7:30 Thursday night. They haven't decided if it's going to be on TNT. I think it's going to probably be on TNT. I definitely don't want it ABC because I do not want to hear Jay Billis ever. I don't want to hear anything to do with him. I don't want anything to do with Jay Billis. It's ridiculous. Nuggets. Okay, Game 7 would be back here. Hopefully it won't be. We'll finish them off because I know that Minnesota is going to finish off the Golden State Warriors tomorrow. So I believe that's it. What's the significance? Let me see. P. White says, what's the significance of Thursday? Thursday is Game 6. We want to close those guys out, bro. We want to close those guys out in Game 6 because I believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to close out the Golden State Warriors tomorrow. Okay, because it's 3-1. They'll close them out in Game 5. Then we play Game 6, and then we'll turn around and play, Saturday or Sunday? Or maybe Tuesday or whatever, Monday or whatever. So that's why I say that. I'm free.